Fam, it is your girl, the one, the only, Spicy, and I'm here today with another pick a card reading. I hope everyone is having a blessed week thus far. I'm so grateful to be in the position to be able to make these videos for you all and to have the resources that I need to make that possible. As I mentioned, this is your girl. Please make sure that you check out the additional information about me within the description box. Also, y'all, I'm so active over at Instagram, so definitely make sure you check me out over at Instagram, where I post daily and I promote my different services and things that I have going on. One of my favorite services that I'm actually providing right now are personal mentorship services for individuals that are willing and determined to not only become entrepreneurs, but understand how important it is to have financial stability through creating additional and multiple sources of income. So make sure you check me out over there, y'all. Right now, I am running a 10% off all of my services. So check me out at Acuity, because I have a list of all of my services and what exactly I do. All of my services minus nail services, I know y'all see this fresh set. Your girl killed the game. I definitely had to get on camera today and show y'all my nails that I did. I actually finished these nails last night. So I'm so excited about that, y'all. Make sure you stay tuned. My nail press-on nail brand, Baby Nail Girl, is going to be dropping very soon. I'm going to make sure to put the link in the description box as well. But y'all stay tuned, because a lot of amazing and great things are going on. Glory be to God. Really, glory be to God in the universe, because things are moving. So with that being said, y'all, this pick a card, we're going to be talking about the ex. Since you've been gone, what exactly has your ex been up to? I feel like this was an important reading to do, just so we can help heal. You know, we can help each other heal. We can help each other to stop ruminating on the past, and we can, reminisce on, who we were at that point in time, but understand that now we're in the present and we no longer have to deal with those energies if we choose not to deal with them anymore. So let's just go ahead and heal today. We're going to be looking at, since you've been gone, what has your ex been up to? I'm going to be asking different questions, just so we can get a comprehensive reading. And yeah, y'all, so essentially choose the pile that you feel the most attracted to. You can pause at any time to choose, and then you just jump down to the timestamps below, in which you can literally click that pile and it'll take you straight to your reading. So I will see y'all at your reading, y'all. Be blessed. All right, y'all. So if you chose pile 1, which is the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck with the rose quartz crystal, which it just looks so nice with my nails, the rose quartz crystal. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. I'm gonna just put the rose quartz right there, and we're gonna get started. We're gonna be asking different questions, but the first question that I would like to ask is, what is your ex up to? Like, what are they actually up to right now? Well, now within this time period, but not like right now. I don't know what they doing. Sleep, probably telling somebody else lies. Who knows? But yeah, we're going to be asking what exactly they're up to right now. Exactly they're up to. Okay, so it seems like the ex, the person that you are, that might be on your mind, it seems like they might be in a process of starting another connection with someone, but we'll see. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, it seems like your ex right now, they probably in the process of starting another connection with someone else. With the Two of Wands here, it is letting me know that they necessarily don't really know which direction to go in. So the person that's on your mind, they could be essentially on a new path. I mean, life continues. You know, you can't just think that you're the last person that your ex is going to be with. You know, they're going to want to explore, maybe see what else is out there for them. And it seems like that's the type of energy that this person is in. You know, they want to start something new with someone. They're taking the steps to do that. And it may be that this person that they're actually getting with, they're going to do things right. So if you were in a relationship with this person and they weren't being the best partner for you, it seems like this person now, they want to put their best foot forward when it comes to a relationship with someone else. But I'm kind of getting the vibe that your person could be choosing between two different people. They could be choosing between two different people. So they could be choosing between you, the idea of you, not necessarily has to be you, the idea of you. And they could also be choosing between a new person that has come into their life. So your person, they have to make a decision right now. Like, I think that your presence within this person's life is putting them in a shaky place, because they're not sure if they should go ahead with this new option or if they should try to work things out with you. But the universe is really calling for them to be real with who they are, to keep it real and to be authentic, and to figure it out. So I think that your person likes the idea of going back and forth between you and someone else, you know, someone present, and maybe the thoughts that they're thinking, just as much as you're thinking about them, they're definitely thinking about you as well. Now, it's just a type of vibe where it's like your person kind of wants to have it all. They want to have it all. You know what I'm trying to say? So if there is someone that they're dating, they may definitely very much well be attracted to this person. It might be the partner that they're actually supposed to be with at this time and not you, but they still like the fact of that they have a piece of you, or they have memories of you that they can think of. You know what I'm trying to say? It's kind of sick, because for that new person that they're with, is like they don't know, like, damn, like you like, you know, you still thinking about your ex. I thought you was all about me. And then, not to say that they won't be all about them. I do think that the person on your mind is gonna go ahead, you know, with the connection with this person, especially with the Four Swords in reverse, like, and the Chariot. I definitely think they're gonna go ahead and put themselves into a relationship with this person. They're gonna go ahead and do so. You know what I'm trying to say? But I also feel as though they like the fact of being able to think about you and the memories that they have. So in a way, you kind of live in their head still. You live in their head, but they have to be true and authentic with themselves, and they have to come to a decision. It's like, are you going to live with the person in your head, or are you going to move on with your life? You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. You're gonna, and 9 times out of 10, it seems like that this person is gonna keep it real and they're gonna move forward with their life. But it's not to say that they aren't still, you know, passionate about who you are, who you are, you know, that passionate about you. Your person, you and them could have had a really could have had a really good sex life, or y'all could have had some really good sexual compatibility. So I think that that's kind of why sometimes, like, your person is just kind of like, I don't know, like, I know what I had, I don't know what I have, you know. So what am I gonna do? But I do see that your person is gonna try with this person. They are gonna enter into a relationship with them. And that's just what they're gonna do. I think they acknowledge the fact of, like, it was really on them. I feel like your relationship could have dismantled because of this person's fear of wanting to do something, fear of wanting to take the connection forward. I don't think they really knew in which direction to take the connection. So it's kind of that thing where it's like, okay, so now that they're not with you, now they feel like they know everything now. And it's just like, but when you was in a relationship, why weren't you making these steps? But why is it now that you're with someone else that now you feel like you can accomplish and you can progress the relationship forward? They're not physically actively in a relationship with you, but they're thinking that, okay, well, I could do this or I could do that. So it's like, essentially, they're applying everything that they should have applied with you, but now they're doing it with this new person, and it might just work. It might just work. It might just work, you know. It might just work. I said it might just work, but Yeah, your ex, they're not really, I mean, I don't think that you really even want to be with this person. I think they had money issues. I feel like your person doesn't really know how to negotiate. They don't really know how to compromise. They don't really know how to put themselves out there substantially to create some type of foundation. Now, the person that is on your mind, they're charismatic. Like, if you wanted to have fun with them, you can have fun. You know, they can master life up to a certain point, but as far as creating something more substantial and timeless, that's not really something that they have the ability to do, which is why I think that you don't really want to deal with them anyway. You know, but I can't say that your person has been deceptive. That's why I feel like they didn't really do as much as you would have liked them to do, or to their full capability of what they could have done when they was with you. But now they think they can because you're not there. So it's like, in a sense, you put pressure when you was with your ex. You put pressure on them. Like, they felt that pressure to have to shape up. They felt the pressure to have to, oh no, we got to create something substantial. We got to create a foundation now. And now that pressure, and you're not there, now they feel like they can accomplish these things. But your person, they really crumble under pressure. If you feel what I'm saying. But that's what your person is up to right now. If you thought, oh, did their money situation improve? No, it didn't. It didn't improve. But you know, they are still their charismatic self. They are still someone who has the ability to lean in. They are someone who's still passionate. They're very much still alive with that sexual energy that you might have, you know, indulged in when you were with them. But I do see that they are going to, in my head, I heard latch on to this person. They're going to latch on to this person, whoever is that physical presence that's around. But just know that in the back of their head, they are still ruminating and thinking about you. But they're not, your presence not being in their life isn't going to stop them from trying to find new love, if you feel what I'm saying. It's not going to stop them. So what's their attitude? Like, how are they actually presently showing up in life right now? Janice Joplin, evolve but don't compromise. You're all you've got. The power of love must replace the love of power. You are far greater than the sum of your fears. So your person is not necessarily in a bad place right now. It seems like they're kind of realizing that, you know, things are on them. And so that's why I feel like they want to do right. You know what I'm trying to say? If they did wrong to you, if they were deceptive, if they just weren't showing up as their healthiest, you know, self, if they were operating from a lower level type of vibration when dealing with you, it's like, they right now where they're at is they feel like they got to do things differently. And so that's why I feel like now they feel so empowered to want to do things differently with this other person. And as y'all know, this is what people tend to do when they're in relationships. They're like, once like, if there was a big relationship, something that was very pivotal for them, and they didn't take the chance or opportunity, then whenever they get into the next relationship, they feel like they gotta make up for their wrongs and the things they should have done for you. Now they're doing it for another person. So that's just what's going on with this individual right now. They you know, I mean, they're trying to empower themselves, but to say that they don't feel that fear of, dang, like, should I go with this new person, or should I just go back to this old person and try to make it work and try to, you know, I think that your person, they just don't want to deal with that pressure that comes with you, especially if you are a light worker, especially if you are an empath, someone who puts pressure on people to actually do things the right way. And this could happen unbeknownst to you. You know what I'm trying to say? So essentially, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to face their fears, but they're doing this with a new connection, you know. That's what they're doing. So what energy are you being asked to exhibit now that you know what you know about your ex? What energy are you being asked to exhibit? Time. So I would just say that time, like, as we all know, time heals all. You know, time heals all. So give yourself some time to, you know, heal from this situation, especially if this person, you know, didn't treat you right, or didn't do things that you would have liked them to do, or even things that you would have told them to do. You know, there were certain actions that they did not take, that they had the opportunity to take. They just didn't take them. So for you, Just continue to keep pushing forward and to give yourself time. It's okay to not ruminate. It's okay to reminisce on the past, but you don't want to get into an energy of rumination where you're ruminating on these things. You want to continue to keep moving forward, and the only way that you can move forward is essentially with time, and whatnot. So that's the type of energy that you're being asked to exhibit. Utilize the wisdom and the experience and the time that you spend with this person. Also utilize the wisdom and the experience and the knowledge of what you know to help push you forward. You know, like if you knew this person wasn't doing right, what did you learn through that situation? Every time you think about this person, also think about the lesson that they taught you so that you do not forget. You feel me? So that you don't forget. So for you all, I also pulled a surrender card for you, just to help you move forward and to help you heal as well. And the surrender card that I have for you is surrender to prayer. Okay, surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from the heart, you will be heard through the universe, and answers and support will arrive. So it seems like you all are looking for answers. You know, I mean, hence is why you could be at this reading. You looking for answers. You want to know like what's going on. Some of y'all, I feel the energy of some of y'all really do deserve an apology, and you might feel as though you're not getting that apology. You deserve one. I can't apologize on behalf of that person, but I want to do my best by giving you a reading that is going to help you come to terms with the situation so that you can move forward. So just surrender yourself to prayer and give yourself time to heal. This person is moving on with another individual. You are in the back of their head, but you know that's neither here nor there, because you have to be able to move on as well. You feel me? So with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this reading, fam. Make sure you stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you another time. All right, y'all. So we are now here with pile number 2, and this is the Cosmic Tarot with the Pyrite Crystal. If you chose this pile, I'm gonna go ahead and start your reading right now. This is Since You've Been Gone, what has your ex been up to? We're gonna ask what they've been up to and just how they're showing up. And then of course, you know, I'm gonna do some healing messages for you, because we're not just gonna let it, you know, stay open like that. We're gonna give you a nice conclusion, things that you can work on so that you can move forward and so that you can heal, that you can move forward and so that you can heal. All right, so yeah, the ex is exhibiting some impatience. They're exhibiting some impatience, and I feel like this is as far as them starting over in life. Yeah, your ex is exhibiting some impatience. They're finding it very hard to start over. They're still trying to learn the lessons from y'all's relationship. They're trying to figure out what happened, why these things happened. If you were the one who left, they're trying to figure out why you left. Like, they just don't understand. They don't understand. They really don't. They don't understand. Yeah, your person is, they're not keeping it real with themselves, bruh. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. The person that's on your mind is not keeping it real with them. They're not keeping it real with themselves. They don't understand why you left. And, you know, these cards are in the reverse, but it doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. I'm just gonna read it as such. And it is what it is. They could just be blocked energies. But essentially, with the person that's on your mind, there's like a sense of impatience or a sense of hurriedness. They don't understand why you left. They want to get over you, but they're finding it very hard to do so. And this is because the person that's on your mind isn't being true and authentic with themselves. They're not giving themselves the permission to feel. You know what I'm trying to say? They're not giving themselves the permission to really get deep into that emotional heart space. So their heart chakra is definitely blocked. It's like, the song that came to mind was Icebox by Omarion. Icebox by Omarion. And it's not necessarily like you must have done something to this person, and maybe you did. You know, maybe you did do something to this person. Now you got them feeling salty. But for the most part, icebox is just telling you that their heart is cold right now. You know what I'm trying to say? And as they're moving into the winter time, as they're moving into the wintertime, well, especially where I'm at, because now we're in fall where I live on the East Coast in the United States. It's the fall time. So as we're moving into the winter, people tend to be more recluse. People tend to be more in their hermit energy because you're trying to be inside. You want to be in shelter because it's cold outside. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, but your person, they're not giving themselves. And then the King of Cups came up, because the King of Cups tends to do this. The King of Cups, even though he's a deeply emotional and sensitive being, the King of Cups, sometimes he really does hide those things. You know what I'm trying to say? He tends to drown his feelings sometimes with other things like alcohol or any other types of addiction. So the person that is on your mind could be doing that. You know what I'm trying to say? They feel so deeply, but they're not allowing themselves the permission to really get deep into that heart space to be real with them. You know what I'm trying to say? The person that's on your mind could really love you, but it could be pride, it could be ego, things that are just in the way that is making it very difficult for them to move on. But it has to start within them. It has to start within their emotional space of them getting real. Like, how do I actually feel about this situation? Like, you know, I'm not fronting for other people. I'm not fronting for Instagram. How do I actually feel? You know, so your person is suppressing, they're suppressing, you know, their fears and worries, which becomes depression. So it's like, you know, we moving into the winter time, and that could be a depressive time, but then it doesn't necessarily have to be if you don't choose for it to be. You see what I'm trying to say? So your person, it seems like they're going to be moving further and further into depression, but it's really on them because they're suppressing this type of energy that is within them. Yeah, they're finding it very difficult to move on. Your person hasn't yet learned the lessons for why you were in their life. So there was a certain type of lesson that was that should have been learned through the experience of y'all being together, but they haven't yet understand what that is, and that's why they're finding it very hard to move forward in life. So the person that's on your mind is finding it very difficult to move forward in life. They're not really passionate. They don't really have a positive, optimistic outlook when it comes to life. They might not even know what to do and where to go. You see what I'm trying to say? That's evident with the Prince of Pentacles, and then also with the Prince of Wands. It's just they're finding it's very difficult to move on. You see what I'm trying to say? And they don't even want to. I don't even think they want to move on. So it's just the air of stagnation. The person that's on your mind is just their life is very stagnant. Right now it's very stagnant, and they don't necessarily feel empowered. You know what I'm trying to say? I can see that they don't feel that empowerment with the Sun in reverse, and then also with the Nine of Pentacles. It's too much for them, especially if you moved on and you're living life. Yeah, especially if you moved on and they see you and you're living life and you're putting yourself out there and you're doing all of these great things, and you still moved on, and you still, you know what I'm trying to say, and you're doing all of these things. It's like that to them, like, they feel some type of way about that. You know, they feel some type of way, so they don't necessarily have a positive, optimistic outlook towards you. They might be like on your Instagram, on your social media, like, dang, like, they just doing all of this amazing stuff. Like, dang, they still continue with their business. Like, dang, they're still posting. They're still, you know what I'm trying to say? They still smiling. They're still doing all of these things. Like, your person doesn't understand why you did that. You know what I'm trying to say? They don't understand. They're not understanding that. And that's just because they're finding it very difficult to move on. Your person is still they're ruminating. They're ruminating. They're really ruminating on a past that y'all had with the Six of Cups here. So your person was very much in love with you. They have such, especially showing up as the King of Cups, but the King of Cups and the King of Swords in reverse, essentially, to me, that's like the King of Cups in reverse. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's just like they love you. They really do. I can tell you that. That's not something that you have to question. But at the end of the day, like, what is love when... what is love? Like, you know, for you, a song that you should listen to is What's Love Got to Do With It? And I'm sure that's the type of attitude that you've been exhibiting because you're still moving on. You know what I'm trying to say? So at the end of the day, what does love have to do with it? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? There's so much more. And this is something they have to ask themselves. It's like, there's so much more. You can't just say, oh, I love that person and that's it. You got to do right by that person. So they're still reminiscing on, you know, memories of what y'all had together. And especially with you all being together, you definitely signed some type of soul contract to learn lessons from this person and them lessons from you. But they still haven't learned the lessons that they were supposed to learn from you. Hence, they're not moving forward in life. Hence, they're not. So let's get some more on their attitude. They're showing up as Iggy Pop. Don't waste time growing up. Turn rejection into an art form. If you want inspiration, you have to sneak up on it and catch it unawares. So, I mean, the person, I think I don't even see that they're in this current energy, but I really do feel like the universe would be asking them to get into this energy. You know, they do feel like y'all relationship didn't work. They took that as failure, but instead of moving past that failure and doing something, transmuting that energy, the person on your mind is finding it very hard to do so. So this could be an energy that they're being asked to get into. I don't see that they're in that energy just yet, but soon. And I mean, that's amazing, because if this person is to embody this Iggy Pop energy, it's going to help them learn how to transmute energy. It's going to help them, you know, move forward in life essentially, and not just stay stuck, because we all have to learn how to do that. We all have to learn how to push past stagnation, how to push past periods in which we feel like we're plateauing, because when you plateau, when you're stagnant, when you feel like you're stagnant, that's just something telling you, that's your spirit telling you, like, this isn't a satisfying place to be in. We need something new. So when you're feeling stagnant, the only thing you can do is keep pushing and keep moving forward and creating something new, transmuting that energy and create something new. You feel me? So we all have to learn that lesson. But it is what it is. You can't do things for people. You know, people have to do things because that's what they want to do. Can't do things for people. All you can do is be there, support, but you can't, you know, you can't necessarily be all for everyone. Everyone has to be all for themselves. You feel me? So the energy that you're exhibiting, you got 2 cards. The pile number 1, they only got 1, but you got 2. The energy that you're exhibiting right now is the sun. And didn't I just tell y'all? I literally just told y'all that if you're popping on social media, this person is upset. They don't understand how you can feel so empowered after dealing with them and going through all of these things, or whatever y'all went through. They just don't understand. Like, how is it that this person is still popping on social media? How is it that you're still doing these amazing and great things? They don't understand, because they're finding it so hard to move past the relationship. So yes, y'all. You definitely taken the wisdom that you need to take from this situation, and you feel empowered. And that's why you're really showing your best self on social media. You're exhibiting a lot of self-love for yourself, and you're trying to figure out your own stability. Like, that's what you're trying to do right now. But you're doing it from an empowered place, if that makes sense. You're doing some tough work. You really are. You're doing some tough work, but at the end of the day, healing doesn't have to be sad. Healing doesn't have to be a thing where, oh, let me get up in the morning and do my shadow work. Like, nah, do your shadow work, but make it fun. Do your shadow work, make it sexy. Like, and that's what you're doing. You're realizing that if any work is going to be done, I need to be in a good, positive place. You see what I'm trying to say? So you're exhibiting a lot of happiness right now, a lot of self-love. You could definitely be attracting some new people just because of all the self-love that you're putting into yourself is showing. You feel me? It's showing. And within this situation, between the two of y'all, I feel like you're the one who took more of your experience, and now not only are you able to speak positively to yourself, but now you've taken the position of being a teacher. Now you don't mind telling people about the things that you went through, because you understand that that wisdom is going to empower someone else as well. So you're just really in your empowerment, like, I can do this type of energy. Like, I can do this, y'all. I'm gonna tell you about what I went through so that you could get through this thing too. Let me go ahead and get you a sacrifice card. No, not sacrifice. This is a surrender card. But surrender and sacrificing is literally the same thing. It's literally the same thing. Like, when you surrender something, you gotta let it go. When you sacrificing something, you gotta let it go. So let's see what you got. Surrender to passion. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. So yeah, you're just being asked to step more and more and more into the energy that you're already embodying. Get out of your head when it comes to, you know, what went wrong with this person in the past, because they are ex. And just focus on things that make you feel good, which is something I think you're already doing. So the universe is just beckoning, is calling for you to continue to keep doing that. You know, surrender to passion. I already said that y'all was feeling yourself. Okay, the song for you would be "Feeling Myself" by Beyonce, and I think Nicki Minaj is in that song as well. That would definitely be something for you. And also, I think I said, "What's love got to do with it?" So when I say these different songs, those are things that I'm channeling, and just go back and listen to the song because it's very applicable to your own situation. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. This was your girl, the one and the only Spicy, and I will see y'all next time. All right, fam. So here we are with pile number 3. Pile number 3, since you've been gone, what has been going on with your ex? I'm going to be asking a lot of different questions. Let me go ahead and put the amethyst to the side. Y'all chose the Mystic Mondays deck with the amethyst crystal. So we just gonna be looking at since you've been gone, what's been up with your ex, their attitude. I am gonna get into their thoughts and feelings about you, and then just what type of energy you're exhibiting. And you know, I have to give y'all some healing messages as a conclusion. You already know it, because if we not healing, what are we doing? If we not healing, what are we doing? So let's go ahead and get started, y'all. Excuse me, let's go. Ooh. This deck don't want to let me shuffle. Well, it does want to let me shuffle, but the messages be like jumping. They be jumping. They be jumping, and I just want one at a time. All right. All right. So it looks like your ex right now is focused on, they could be focused on healing. It seems like I'm kind of getting the vibe that they focused on healing. Yeah. All right. So the person, yeah. Yeah, so this person is focused on healing. They're focused on recovery. They're focused on recovery. I think that your person, this is the energy of someone who, they learning. You know what I'm trying to say? If the relationship disbanded because your ex did something terrible, and they weren't. Oh yeah. This is the energy of someone who's healing. So if your ex was very toxic, if y'all were in a very toxic, even it could also be an abusive type of relationship. Yeah, I get that it was an abusive type, or just a really codependent and toxic at least. And abusive doesn't always have to mean someone's putting their hands on someone, but it could also be emotional. It could be psychological, mentally, verbally, emotionally. I think I mentioned emotional. So with that being said, it seems like the person, they're trying to heal. They're trying to get back. I feel like your person didn't feel so empowered being in a relationship. Just they didn't feel so empowered not being in a relationship with you, but as far as like with the breakup, I think that they really had no sense of boundaries. And this doesn't necessarily have to mean, you know, oh well, you stepped over or imposed on their boundaries, but they don't understand the concept of boundaries in general. So when someone doesn't understand the concept of boundaries, they're not going to essentially have strong boundaries for themselves or respect the boundaries, the strong boundaries that other people have. So your person, in a sense, they too free with stuff. You know what I'm trying to say? Not to say that someone should be selfish and stingy, but there's nothing that they're like, as far as a sense of identity, I don't think they really had one. But through the relationship with you, it's like they're understanding, like, dang, it is important for me to have a sense of identity. Like, who am I? The breakup between you and that person has caused them to really have to question the ways in which they were going about romantic relationships. And they're asking themselves, like, who am I? Like, what do I like? What do I value in a partner? What is actually important to me when I get into a relationship? What's important? What is it important that I know about this person? Like, now they're actually trying to do a relationship right. You know what I'm trying to say? They're trying to do things right, but they're starting from them. They're starting within themselves. So this person that's you're thinking about could have literally just started their healing journey. You know what I'm trying to say? It's still fresh. It's still new. You know, they're still at the beginning stages of their healing, but the relationship between you and them could have triggered them to begin this process. Yeah. Yeah, your person has to look at their abandonment issues. They have to look at why relationships have particularly failed for them. I don't think that your relationship is the first relationship they've been in. I think that this person has been around the block a couple times, and they're understanding that there is a certain type of cycle and pattern to relationships and how they go on and how they end. So they're used to having toxic relationships, and now they have to sit down and actually figure out, like, why are things going this way. They've actually started to sit down there and think like, yo, like, my relationships always go like this, like, no matter who I'm with. So what is it? Why, like, why? You know, and they're starting to ask themselves these questions. They're starting to really ask themselves these questions. And your person is really trying to, as opposed to the pile before, this person is actually trying to creatively understand why. So this person could also be an artist. They could be someone who is a business owner. I see that whatever it is that I see that this person is creative. So whatever it is that they're thinking about, they're always thinking about a legacy. They're thinking about generational wealth. They're thinking about having something bigger and something greater, something substantial. So I feel like the relationship between you and them have triggered them to actually start to think about these important things, and the understanding that if they want the family legacy that they say they want, then now it's important to actually start to toy around with this idea of healing. So if you were a healing type of individual, or you were actively progressing in your healing, this person may not have understood that. They may not have understood that. And I don't think this person showed up for you in the way in which they should have. You know what I'm trying to say? They didn't. It seems like this person was more so of a toxic type of individual, and really individualistic. So I feel like their understanding and your relationship that you had with them is triggering them to understand that, like, look, at the end of the day, yes, we are individuals, but when you coming together in a relationship, it's like it's two individuals coming together, and there is some type of compromise, there is some type of empathy, there is some type of understanding that you actually have to really have and exhibit for the other person, so that you can have the relationship that you actually really want. So they're understanding that they have to give. They're understanding that you have to give, because the more you put in, the more you get out. And that's a concept that this individual has to understand. You feel what I'm trying to say? So they want to put themselves out there, even though they may not be feeling so empowered to, but your person has started their healing journey. But I can definitely tell you that they didn't really exhibit as much care, empathy, understanding towards you as they should have. But now that they are starting out on their own path of healing, I think that that's something that they are going to be incorporating, that into their own personality, is that empathy and understanding. So your person is doing some work. You know, they're doing some work. I can definitely say they could be doing some shadow work, but it's really requiring them to go into the depths of their personalities, into things that they try to cover. So they do have to go down into understanding why, you know, they exhibit certain toxic behavior in relationships, and is that really going to help them create the type of relationship that they ultimately want. So you could have been a very valuable teacher to this person, because now it's like they're actually finding that, you know, there's some real work that has to be done here. And there were things that they weren't really paying attention to that they should have, you know, but you helped them, you know, start to pay attention to these things and whatnot. So let's get, okay, so your person is showing up as Elvis Presley. You are a king. Never let reality stand in your way. Always keep heaven on speed dial. So that's what I'm saying. Your person is doing a 180. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's good for them, because everyone deserves an opportunity and a chance to heal. If that's something that you choose to do, everyone deserves that opportunity. Everyone deserves it, no matter what it is they did to you in the past. And I know it hurts. If it hurts, you know, you deserve better, and you deserve an apology. But at the same time, the best thing that this person can do for themselves is to heal, so they're not further perpetuating this behavior onto, you know, other people. So I didn't even shuffle the deck, but I saw adaptability, and that's so important. This is the energy that I'm still going to pull a card for you. I'm still going to shuffle one. I'm going to give you two. But essentially, adaptability is going to be good for you, and understanding that key fact. Like, you know, people do hurt people. However, at the same time, hurt people do deserve a chance to heal if that's something that they want to do. You feel me? And then here you have assurance. So, you know, the energy that you're being asked to exhibit is just to feel assurance to, even within yourself. You know, you knew, like, okay, look, if I didn't tell you even more specifics about this, I feel like you knew, like, you know the fact that they wasn't really showing up for you and being empathetic. You know that this person was being toxic. You know that. You know. So it's like, I'm glad to give you the assurance of bringing it out there just to give you that confirmation. I feel like you all needed that confirmation, but at the same time, you know, also confirmation within yourself. Your intuition is working. So you knew these things and maybe you gaslighted yourself, but now it's time for you to know that your intuition was working. Okay. And if there's anything that you are creatively working on as well, you will be receiving the fruits of your labor. So know that too. You feel what I'm trying to say? Know that. Because it's showing up as you could also be very creative as well, but just be adaptable like we have here. Be free flowing and exhibit the same type of grace and mercy that you would want someone to exhibit onto you. It's not saying that you have to allow this person back into your life because they still have toxic behaviors that they need to work on. You know what I'm trying to say? Life needs to happen for them. It's not to say to allow this person back into your life, but to let them go, but do it with in a sense of grace and, you know, empathy and mercy, and saying like, you know what, like, you know, that person did what they did, but I could still move on. I could be flexible. I could be adaptable, but you don't necessarily have to be in my life. So just exhibit a forgiveness, but then also you don't forget. You know, you don't ever want to forget. Don't ever forget. You don't want to put yourself back into a situation and you already passed the test. That's like you a senior in high school, but you just decide that you want to go back to the 10th grade just because. We not doing that. We moving on up, okay? Don't go back to the 10th grade. Do not go back to the 10th grade. So for you, the surrender card that I have pulled is surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So I think you all are really healing from, I think this behavior that you went through was very tumultuous actually. And it's just unfortunate that when you were healing from your past that this person really didn't step in, and instead of, you know, helping the process, they might have just made it worse. You feel what I'm trying to say? By throwing more fuel into the fire that may have been burning. So for you all, the surrender cards just say surrender to receiving support and love. When you go through a breakup, one of the best things that you can have around you is support. People that are going to care about you, people that are going to love you, and people that are going to understand that you are grieving something. But at the same time, these people are going to help you move on past this. So it's all about you feeling nurtured. It's all about you, you know, feeling good. And it's not a toxic positivity type of thing, because in the most detrimental circumstances, you can always choose to be positive. In the most detrimental circumstances, you have the ability to choose to be positive and have faith. So with that being said, y'all, I definitely hope that you enjoyed this reading. This was your girl, the one, the only Spicy. Make sure you check me out on Instagram, at Facebook. All of that information is in the description box, y'all. Be blessed, and I will see y'all in another reading.